going to be really quick. I just wanted to sum up. Over the weekend, there was a worldwide hackathon in honor of the birthday of Aaron. And so I was at the Chicago event, and there's some of the things we talked about. And the bookmarks for this talk are all stored on this bit.ly address. So those are just some of the things we talked about. Archiving some mailing lists that had the list info and get the info, and some of the other mailing list he was on. And of course, I was working on access to research. There were some people there working on universal access to physical places and how that intersects with job searches for people with disabilities. And then Carl was there, so he was talking about videoing everything. Paul mentioned that it would be nice to have a terms of service scraper that would kind of work with some of the sites like tosdr.org that explains terms of service and how they affect data liberation, or whether the site can change the terms of service under you. And then of course we talked about depression and some of the things and tricks we've tried when some of us who have been depressed have tried to get a handle on things and just get out the door, or get up and move around just to kind of as a physical way to get better. So I'm a member of Pumping Station 1, and that's our #1 logo over there on the wall. And there's a corollary to that, which is going to be, I'm quoting our Veep, if it's not documented, it'll never happen again. So for the hackathon, Noah's made a GitHub there. So if you worked on a project during the hackathon, go there, make a pull request, create a file called Chicago, and add your project to it, or it didn't happen. Earlier in the year, when the Internet Archive, they had a bunch of tribute speeches, and one of the quotes there was, "If you're a programmer, you have special powers and responsibilities. You can do magic." And the follow-up I want to say to that is, you can do hard work. If you think you have relevance, you do not until your project is easy to join. That's why I have that link there. It's advice from someone who runs Open Hatch project nights and also helps make projects easy to join and has a lot of experience doing that. If you have a project, go read it and follow the advice. If you don't have your own project to work on, get my slides later. Click on Aaron Hacks. There's this site called Atrium, and they've set up an instance for that, and they have discussions there on things like changing the law and working on software that's related to this. And finally, here's a clip from the documentary.
Sure. Aaron believed that you literally ought to be asking yourself all of the time, what is the most important thing I could be working on in the world right now? And if you're not working on that, why aren't you?
Okay, and that's all.
One more lightning talk.